Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be showcasing exactly how to build Gnishak Vermin Lord for Dragon 25 Solo Domination. We've got an infographic, we've got a post for you to follow along with. We're going to cover the build, the masteries, and everything you need to know. Plus, I will show it in action and why it is such a powerful option in building Gnishak this way. So let's get into it. Alrighty, now first of all, I have finally gotten things in order in terms of coding and infographic templates and stuff. So now I'm able to accompany videos like this with a text post that I can link to down below, where you can pull this up whenever you would like and have the infographic, the masteries, and the text description of what is going on. So all of that is linked down below for you to pull up whenever you would like. So first of all, when we are putting together Gnishak for going into the Dragon, especially to solo it, we got to look at what stage is going to be our best option. Now, typically in the end game, you're going to choose between 20, 24, and 25, and most of your very end game players are going to be choosing between stages 24 and 25. Now, if we look at the affinities, you can't see them because of my camera. I'll move that up a little bit, but we got Spirit and Force. Now, Gnishak is Force affinity, which means we really don't want to do stage 24. So we're going to be trying to build this for stage 25. And as with a lot of the solo builds in game, we're going to be taking advantage of the regeneration set. It is an absolutely bonkers amazing set for builds like this where you're trying to solo down content. Now, after that, you're probably going to go with whatever set is going to help you hit these stat thresholds that you need to get. Remember, we've got those on the site, on the infographic. So as long as you can get to like the 240-ish speed, and then you're looking for like the 50k HP, the 2.5 defense, 2.5k, whatever, and you do want some attack, so that your bombs and stuff will hit hard and you'll do a decent amount of damage, then you need enough accuracy to land your debuffs on stage 25. So after that regeneration set, you want to mix and match. Immortal, Perception, Divine Speed is nice because you can get a shield for the waves and stuff like that. Wave 2 is typically the most dangerous, but we'll go over the in-game run here in a second, and I can kind of walk you through it. But yeah, after that regeneration set, you want to kind of fill in as best you can. And if you want to see the individual pieces that I am using, the banner accuracy is a great choice. Then you're looking for basically any stats like speed and any percent stats you can get. Attack is really good on him because bombs do scale with attack. Now, we're not going to be relying on crit rate and crit damage and hitting super hard like we would with somebody like Trunda or something. We're going to be getting a lot of our damage in this run from poisons and bombs, and not really needing to actually hit super hard. So we can go with our best blend of toughness and accuracy on the amulet. And then on the ring, we just want as much stat as we can get between the attack and HP and defense and all of that. Now on the boots, it is great to be able to go speed as long as you can hit enough HP and defense and all of that stuff. But also if you have amazing substats and glyphs or something, you could try out a stat boot, whatever stat you're most lacking in could work as well. And then for the chest and the gloves, I actually did go the attack percent on both. Now it's kind of cool because with a bomber, we can get some value out of attack percent gloves, which is very rare in the game. So an opportunity to maybe bust out some of those godly attack gloves that you have sitting on your account and you haven't really found a great use for. The top ones are going to be very simple. We're looking for the speed, the accuracy, the HP, and the defense for enough toughness to live through the run. And then most notably here, a big question that people always ask is this champion booked? I do have Gnishak booked. I think especially if you're going to be using him as your solo dragon farmer, it's probably worth the books if you have them on your account. So the one that I am showcasing here is booked, and it takes 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 4 is 12 books. Now, he's a pretty solid champion. I know there's lots of content creators doing some really cool things in Bommel, which is one of the hardest bosses in the Doom Tower. He's going to be a great damage dealer in Faction Wars that'll probably slide into most everybody's Skinwalker's team, and he's a great dragon farmer, so really nothing wrong with spending books on him if you do have them. Then as far as the masteries are concerned, pretty typical setup for a build like this, but there is a couple things worth noting. Now, first of all, the tier 6 mastery, I think Oppressor is going to be a very good option because we've got increases the turn meter fill rate by 2.5% for each active debuff cast by this champion, stacks up to 10%. So we can basically keep this permanently up because we're going to be placing so many bombs and poisons and stuff you'll see in the run that I think Oppressor is a pretty good choice here to just crank out a bunch of turns, get even more value out of that regeneration set, and for me, I'm I'm using Immortal. Now, the other stuff, I think Whirlwind of Death, obviously going to help get us a bunch more speed, and then also Spirit Haste if you're using him as a food leveler, solo clearer. Obviously, we're going to be getting a bunch of speed 24 here from that mastery. So do take note of those nodes, but there is the mastery setup, and like I said, it is in the link that I have down below if you want to pull up those masteries whenever you would like. And then how about the fun part? Let's dive into showcasing the run. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be putting Gnishak as the leader because we do get the ally attack in all battles, which is super helpful. And then we just want to put a bunch of food champions so that we are being efficient with our energy. We are both going to be clearing the dungeon and leveling up some food. And then we're also going to be getting the extra speed from the food champions dying. So we are on stage 25 and we're going to be trying to clear it solo. Now, one thing I do want to know, actually, I'm on a test server, so energy is not a big deal. I want to showcase this. So when we come into the dungeon, let me take auto off. Okay, so you can see here that the dungeon has started. Now, when we're about to take our first turn, look at the turn meter of the stage 25 enemies. They are just under halfway. Now, we want to be able to get 3 turns in as our first kind of initiation to the dungeon. So you can see when I take 1 turn right there, we grant the extra turn. So their turn meter hasn't moved yet because of that A3 called Unclean Banquet, where it is going to grant extra turns. So that's why their turn meters haven't even moved yet, and we get to go again. Now we go right here, and boom. Now we've placed a bunch of those bombs and stuff. So now we are taking, this is actually our 2nd turn, but it's our 3rd time that we get to go because of that extra turn mechanic. And as long as you can get to that point where you get like 3 actions, you've got enough speed. And you can see here, I've got a little bit to spare. Look at their turn meters. They are, you know, about 80% full or so. So that's why how I was able to kind of determine the speed range for that infographic that you'll see linked down below in like the build post and infographic. So then we can just light it up and let it run, take it on full auto. Well, actually, let me restart it so you can see how long it takes. Here we go. Don't do this at home. This is just because I'm on the test server. Okay, here we go. Let's replay it and we'll see what kind of time we can get here for a run. So yeah, I think this is going to be a build option for Gnishak. Now there's going to be lots of other fun builds that I want to cover. I want to touch base with YST and stuff and see about some of these different bommel builds and bommel strategies. I know a lot of you are going to be interested in that. But I do think he's going to be a great option for farming the dragon. Obviously, somebody like Tomb Lord is a great choice for a solo dragon farmer as well that I've used and done builds on. Now, I do want to talk about this for a little bit because Wave 2 is going to be where it can get a little bit dicey. So let's take a look at his HP here and let's kind of see how things go. We do have a decreased attack on everybody, which is going to help, but you can kind of get some bad debuffs on you. It can be hard to get enough resistance on him. So you can see right there, we got down to about 20% HP. We should be good to go now. But we did get down to about 25% HP. So do take note when you're building this yourself. You really want to pay attention on Wave 2 because that is where it is going to be the diciest. Kind of like the first 2 or 3 turns of Wave 2. If you're able to survive Wave 2 with this build, you're probably going to be good on the dragon. But watch that debuff bar fill up. Look at that. Look at that. We have got all those poisons and bombs popping off, even a decreased attack, which is going to help us get hit super weak by the dragon. And we're going to be able to burst this guy down super effectively with all of those debuffs. When he takes a turn, look at all those 87,000 ticks slamming that dragon solo. Increase the duration. We're going to keep those up mostly permanently. All those massive ticks. And especially with the decreased attack on there, it makes this guy basically perfect for farming the dragon. Really nothing to worry about. Now we've got a full stack, constant turn meter fill from that Oppressor Tier 6 Mastery. And boom, we are going to be able to get a sub 2-minute run here solo on Dragon 25 with Gnishak. And there we go. Now, I do want to say in closing that this is a more endgame build that takes pretty good gear to get to, obviously. I'm going to work on like a full in-depth guide, general utility type video for Gnishak where we go over kind of how to use him if you're not going to be doing a specific build like this. If you just want to build him for general utility on your account, I will definitely cover that as well with Gnishak because obviously it's an important champion whenever we have a fusion event going out to the community. But that'll do it for me on this one. And remember, all the links you need are down below if you want to pull up the build to take a look. And remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I'll see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.